Okay, I apologize for the lighting. It is not giving. I was gonna do it in my living room, but no. So you're in my room, and you're gonna like it. Sorry, that was aggressive. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little spread for you. Happy Sunday. Hope that your week has been good. Yeah, again, even though I said the whole Tuesday, Thursday thing, to start, I'm really just trying to post whenever I feel called to post and whenever I feel called to do a reading. So I had a really good day. I went for another little walk. I walk pretty much every day, but each time I feel something different because I try to walk in different places too. Today I walked with my friend and my dog, and yeah, I just feel light and breezy. So I hope that you are feeling that way as well. And if you're not, then I hope that some relief comes your way soon. So I'm gonna get these nice and mixed. Clear, concise messages, Spirit. We need to know, what does the collective need to know what's coming towards us? Should we... Whoa. This is what we're going to take first. These came second. More Spirit, please. One more message. Thank you. Anyways, I gotta keep it real with y'all. You know, I'm not here to just tell you. I think for some reason, in real life, when I tell people that I only do uprights, they think that I'm only gonna give them a positive message. And this is very much proof that no, sometimes uprights don't mean that you're always gonna get a positive message. And regardless, you're gonna hear what you need to hear, which is why. Okay, let's just get into it. Let's not even. You've got the Nine of Wands as your overall message for the reading. So right now, this is just the energy that I'm feeling like you are taking this on. I feel like you may be projecting experiences from the past. It's very much a wounded warrior type of energy where you have the strength to move forward. You have the opportunity available to you as well. I feel like something has presented itself to you, whether it's in love and career or what have you, that you have a chance to create something beautiful here, and you're acting scared. You're pulling away. You're putting your defenses up because you think you know how it's going to go, or based off of how it's gone in the past. But to get into the actual reading here, we have the Emperor, which is Aries energy, and very stable, very secure. This is someone who is solid and serious about you. And this can be related to work or love. You know, this is something that could create long-term abundance. But are you going to give it the chance? There is like the energy here of working hard and having to do kind of the boring tasks in order to make this work, because it is new. It is just a seed that's been planted. You have to water it in order to make it grow. This could also be in friendship. I also kind of get an energy of maybe like a new friendship that you are nervous about or excited about. But again, anything new, whether it's romantic, platonic, or career-wise, you do have to commit to some extent. You can't just fully act out of fear. There have been betrayals in the past. There have been major endings. And I'm getting this as a past energy. I don't personally see it as this person or as this situation. I see it more as the pain that you've already suffered through, and that is keeping you stuck in this Nine of Wands energy. And maybe it's multiple situations, because you get hurt enough, of course you're going to have your guard up. You're going to be like, hell no, like I'm not ever letting that happen to me again. So I can understand why you're in this scenario, but you also have to kind of trust the universe in the sense that you don't need to be the one who gets them back. Like karma's going to get those people who hurt you back in their own way. You may not always see it, and that's something that I have a hard time with. Like I have this very intense idea of fairness, and when things don't feel fair to me, I do get really upset. And so learning to trust and know that no, you're not always going to see the justice, but it is there often. And sometimes the greatest justice is continuing to live your life and allowing yourself to be happy and not staying stuck in this hurt energy. Not saying that's the easiest thing to do depending on the type of hurt you suffered. But yeah, because obviously you've gone through this tower moment. You've gone through this, and it could also be coming your way. Maybe that's what's going to allow you to loosen up and change things, because sometimes upheaval forces you to grow. But I think that you've also already had many tower moments in your life that have left you completely unraveled in a sense. But with the Judgment card, I definitely feel like wrongs are being righted. You know what I'm trying to say. And there's going to be a balance coming back. There's going to be a sort of rebirth and transition after this painful ending. But it's about whether or not you're going to put the work in. It's about whether or not you're going to commit to. And even that's in healing as well. Like some of us want to get better so bad and then still choose things that harm us, or still choose to engage in activities that don't align with that healing path. And so, which again, I'm not blaming anybody because I understand why we get into those mindsets and into those behaviors. But it's about choosing yourself and choosing growth and committing to it. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know, Spirit? Any other messages here? Can you clarify these messages for us? Thank you. Clear, concise messages, Spirit. What else does the collective need to know? What else should the collective know? We got the Devil card here, so I do see some attachments and limitations. I'm almost wondering if this is like, to me it's addiction. I do think it's based in addicted to chaos. Because of course the tower is here, but it does feel sort of like past energy. But with the wounded warrior, it feels like a mixture of like almost being addicted to the chaos of unhealthy situations, and even when something comes towards you that looks promising, wanting to fight, causing arguments, wanting to be sneaky, wanting to quit, all of that feels like it's coming up, or wanting to, maybe you're drinking or smoking again, you know, because you're more used to how that feels. Which I'm not saying any of those things are in like everybody, all relationships are going to have arguments. We all have our own healing to do. So there's no perfect connection where there's going to be absolutely nothing like that going on. Drinking, smoking are not bad in moderation. It's when we use all of those things to harm ourselves, to harm others, blah, 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 that's when it becomes a problem. So and in this scenario, I see it as somebody who has spent their life stuck in these scenarios that they don't know how to exist in calm, loving energies, which makes me really sad. And I really hope that you're able to allow yourself to accept that, because you deserve it. So, clear, concise messages, Spirit. Anything else this person should know? Oh yeah, you've had betrayal before. This is a lot of past hurt. This is a lot of hurt. And I'm very sorry if this is resonating for you, because this is somebody who has really been through it. In just about every way that life could come at you. I feel like you've been betrayed by friends. I feel like you've been betrayed by lovers. I feel like maybe it sometimes feels like life is happening to you and it's out to get you. Maybe there's a little bit of karma there, but I'm not interested in victim blaming, because some things really do just happen to us. Horrible things do just happen, and it's not fair. I feel like you need to let your feelings flow. With the Ace of Cups, this can be, of course, this is a positive thing where new feelings are coming up. It could be this emperor coming towards you, it could be this new opportunity. But I also feel like maybe you just need to cry. Sometimes we need to mourn for the person that we were before the pain or the trauma, you know? And I do see a lot of trauma here. I see someone who has been working and has been trying to heal, but you do feel stuck. And it makes sense that you would be caught in these limited beliefs and in these cycles because you're trying to, you've been in survival mode for so long, but I think it's time for you to stop surviving. We want you to live now, you know, we want you to thrive. But I think an awakening is coming towards you. Yeah, I feel like you're about to have some clarity. I feel like you're feeling your feelings. And I think you kind of already know this. I think you've acknowledged this within yourself, or maybe hearing this might check it for you. But you're not someone who wants to stay stuck. It feels like you are someone who applies changes or accepts changes. You know what I mean? You're someone who's interested in growth. But sometimes, you know, we all get stuck sometimes. Sometimes there's no, especially in situations like this where our generation especially, or if you yourself, whatever generation you are, but if you are the curse breaker in your family, and you don't have a ton of examples, or if you're in this younger generation where, of course, we're all naturally breaking cycles because, anyways, there's not a blueprint, there's not a map to follow, and so trying to take steps forward can sometimes be really draining because where are you going? What are we gonna do? You don't know, but take that risk anyways, take that step. Sorry, sometimes the downloads come in really fast and they don't come out of my mouth as clear as I want them to, but I hope that you guys are able to piece together what I'm saying. I really believe in you is what I'm trying to say, because there's a lot of hope here as well, and I can definitely see the pain, and I know what you've been through is not fair, and you've had a lot of deceit and betrayal in your life, but you deserve the good things that are coming towards you, and I want you to be able to accept them. Is there anything else we should know, Spirit? Ooh, anything else we should know, Spirit? For precise messages. Okay, so we got the Lover's card. I love that. And we got the Six of Cups. Also love that. With the King of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So what I'm getting with the Lover's card here is, and this again can be in love, friendship, family relationships, or career, but this is a divine match. This is something you finally have walked into a door that was meant for you, and you are finding a connection that is pure and sincere. It could be someone from the past, or it could be someone who just feels familiar to you. It could be an opportunity you used to daydream about when you were a child. It could be just something that is meant for you and has like a very familiar feeling. If it is someone from the past, of course, with what I'm seeing here, they may have hurt you, so be cautious in how you move forward, but not so cautious that you ruin any chance of, I mean, obviously if they straight up abused you, if they manipulated you, if they harmed you in a way that is unforgivable, that should be enough. Don't forgive them. But if this is someone who hurt you, who broke your heart in some way, but is showing that they've grown and is interested in healing that connection with you, and you would like to accept them back, do so. I see here you're not going to do it in a you're not going to just walk into that situation. You're analyzing it. You're in your King of Swords energy. This is someone a little bit emotionally unavailable, but mainly just because, again, he's lived through so much and had to deal with so much that he's really thinking about the scenarios that he's going to be in. He's not just going to drop his fucking weapons and be like, oh, yeah, come into my kingdom. No. He's guarded, but he's still interested in analyzing the scenario. There is an energy of maybe some sleepless nights, maybe some anxiety. I'm getting like trauma healing from my this may not resonate for everyone, but suggesting maybe speaking to somebody, going to therapy, and I am kind of hearing like not everyone is going to want to do EMDR specifically, but EMDR, DBT, was for some reason jumping out. Of course, there are other ways. You can just simply journal your thoughts and things like that. Not everyone has to go to therapy, but I do feel like this may be something. Some of these past pains may be bigger than um, you realize, because our body does store most of our trauma. And so sometimes there are things that happen to us that we are like, that sucks, but whatever, you move on. But your body has not moved on, your mind has not moved on. And I kind of feel that from this card, that even though you're kind of having these beautiful energies come back and you're willing to work for it and it feels right, there's a part of you that's just like, hell no. Well, again, especially with the Wounded Warrior, you're just like, I don't know. And maybe there are some triggers that you are unaware of, that being able to speak to a trauma-informed counselor could help with. Again, that isn't for everybody, and that's okay. I go to therapy and I really enjoy it. So it's all about finding the right person, because again, it's not something you want to just trust anybody with. But again, you don't seem like someone who's gonna just nonchalantly share information. So okay, so let's get some advice here. I might get some. I want to clarify here. Let me fix my table real quick, because it's kind of like a small. And don't laugh at me, you guys. I don't have a table right now. I use this. I'm slowly building my apartment into a real space. So let me get my story lined up here, so I know kind of where we've been and what we're going through. There's a lot of different spreads that you can do in tarot. I usually start with kind of like a 4-card pull, where the first card that falls out is sort of the underlying situation and kind of like the overall message of what's going on. And then from there, the cards kind of fall for me as a storytelling method. And they sort of break down and give advice as they go. I do know how to do like the Celtic spread and past, present, future type spreads, and there's a lot of variations, but I have found that this one is what works for me to get the message out clearly. Sometimes I mix decks as well. Clear the text messages here, what else should we know? But again, it really just depends. Okay, so coming out of this sort of repressed energy and this sort of like fearful energy is the King of Wands. And I almost wonder, since you also have the Six of Cups here, which is such a inner child card, a nostalgic card, I wonder if the person who is coming towards you is really triggering that. Yes, of course, this can sound a little bit negative. There's a positive side too. They could be triggering the pain of the past, but they could be also triggering the child instincts within you. Like, I think when we're kids, we all know who we were meant to be. And then it's society that starts to break us down. It's situations, it's trauma, it's family members, it's limiting beliefs. They start to break who we once were. And I feel like you're stepping into your King of Wands energy, because he's kind of more playful, and he's kind of risky, and he like can get all of his friends to come with him on this journey. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe that's how you were when you were younger, or maybe you're learning to step into this now, but you were just this bold, boisterous person who took risks. And Page of Cups, very dreamy energy. He believes that anything is possible. And maybe they're kind of helping you, or this situation, however it resonates, is helping you to kind of tap back into that childlike wonder and to move forward with whatever it is that you're interested in moving forward. And it does look like it's happening quickly. If you want this to happen, it's about to just take off. So make sure you're applying pressure in the areas that you actually want to see grow, because this can apply to negative stuff too. If you start to dwell and get caught here in the anxiety and in the depression and in the fear, then unfortunately that is going to continue to grow. But if you're interested in being this fiery, passionate, dreamy individual and going after things, then yeah, it's on the way. Hi, baby. And then with the Temperance card, it's really suggesting nurturing both your soul, your physical surroundings, making sure you're taking care of yourself and balancing all of your needs. Um, there's like a spiritual bath you can take, and then a physical bath, of course, you know. So being very intentional in everything you do, and the Temperance card is all about integration. So like whatever this new opportunity is, allowing it into your life in a way that respects and honors both individuals or opportunities. Because again, if this is career related for you, then it could be about maybe needing to set boundaries at work and be like, no, I can't work a schedule outside of what I have available. But if you really enjoy the job, maybe allowing wiggle room and still trying to work with them. Because I'm someone who does not want to compromise at work. I hate compromising at work. But I have found that when I'm passionate about it and I'm not just doing some random job for money and it's more for what feeds my soul and money, then I'm more willing to be like, well, I'll be flexible here, or I'll try harder here, or I'll blah, blah, blah. You know, you're more willing to devote yourself to things that you genuinely love and that are in alignment with yourself. So it's also about making sure that what you're investing in right now is in alignment with yourself. So it's not depleting your energy or resources. Whatever it is, I definitely see you going after this. I personally do not see you being stuck in this defeated mentality. I see a lot of strength here, a lot of joy. I think the things that are coming towards you are beautiful opportunities and beautiful friendships, beautiful romantic opportunities. And I think you're going to take it. You're definitely scared. I'm not going to lie. Like, you do seem to be nervous, and you have every reason to be, but you're smarter now. You're wiser now. You didn't have that information before. You didn't know that people could do those things. You didn't know that life showed up that way. And I'm sorry that it hurt you. That is really horrible. But you're different now. You've grown. You've got new tools. You've got wisdom, and you've got power. And you can execute this in a totally different way. I'm very excited about this energy. And that's Cancerian energy, Sagittarius energy. There's a lot of fire and water here. So those Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio could be relevant. Let's check this out. The Devil is Capricorn energy. The Emperor is Aries energy, but also has an element of Earth there. So let's see. And that doesn't have to be set in stone. You can hear those, and that doesn't mean like if you don't hear your person's sign, that's also not a bad thing. It's just you could also have it in your chart. They could have it throughout their chart. These are so perfect. Okay, these are so perfect for this. Recharge. I show myself love through relaxation and leisure activities. I show myself love through relaxation and leisure activities. Paradigm. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I challenge myself to shift my perspective to support my growth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I challenge myself to shift my perspective to support my growth. Soul searching. Self-reflection is a necessary part of my journey in healing and self-love. Self-reflection is a necessary part of my journey in healing and self-love. I celebrate every step of the way, not just at the finish line. I celebrate every step of the way, not just at the finish line. I love that. That's so beautiful, and those were very spot on. Well, that is your reading. If it resonated, please subscribe or comment. I definitely want to know your signs if you're watching this. Sun, moon, and rising, Venus if you're feeling like it. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely self-care Sunday. Go do something nice for yourself. And take care. See you soon.